Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a post-Pisces new moon check-in. As you guys know from yesterday's reading, the energy has been very heavy. We've been doing a lot of purging within the collective. You guys have let me know that you're going through the same thing, going through a lot of purging. Some of you have been feeling anger, some of you have been feeling resentment, insecurity, fear, inner child wounds coming back up to the surface. It's because we're feeling all the emotion with the Pisces moon in conjunction with Mercury retrograde, which brings up everything from the subconscious to be cleared, because we're moving into a new astrological season. We're moving into a brand new cycle, especially as divine counterparts are coming into reunion. A very powerful time for divine counterparts to come into physical reunion, and you can't hold on to the past. You cannot hold on to the baggage. And so all of that is coming up for purging. Anything where you were not in your power, anywhere where you were holding yourself back, suppressing yourself, anywhere that you were holding on to past pain, relationships, toxicity, anywhere where you were holding on to your past self, all coming up to the surface to be cleared and let go. I don't know if you guys can hear it in my voice. I'm emotional today, but I feel a lot calmer. All that anger has dissipated. Like I told my Divine Masculine, I'm moving through the hurt right now, moving through some of the pain still, but I feel better. I feel calmer. I did some meditation last night, and I came to this place of just understanding, love, compassion for myself first and foremost. And that is self-love, that is self-nurturing, that is the most important aspect. So what I want to say first of all is a lot of these cards that came out, I almost cried when these cards came out, because the energy here is beautiful and it is such a potent shift. Remember in yesterday's reading where the purpose card came out for the divine feminines, and we talked about how this energy, this purging, had a purpose. We talked about the lotus flower coming up, how you bloom through the thick of it. Well, I had a download last night when I was doing meditation where this truly was for a purpose. This truly was for a shift, for forward movement. The first card that came out here, that popped out before I asked any question, before I channeled any energy, was a Lover's card, and they asked me to keep it out. And I'm gonna, Jesus, I want to cry. They asked me to keep it out because this is sacred union. This is divine union. And even if it doesn't feel like it at this time, even if you're going through separation with your divine counterpart, even if you're going through a trying time or struggles, or maybe even you're like I was and lashing out at your divine counterpart, the love between you two is the strongest, and it can withhold anything. What they also told me was, not only was this a purpose for both of you coming into divine union, but you are leveling up in your shift, in your consciousness, in your enlightenment. Remember, we got a number of cards for luminosity, enlightenment. Well, Divine Feminine, you got those cards again today. The same cards that came out yesterday came out today, but with a different message, a different energy. I will get to that in a second. You're going through a shift in consciousness. There is a lot of illumination that is happening at this time, and you are leveling up in your consciousness. Your crown chakra, they're saying, your brow chakra, you're tuning in more accurately. You're becoming more attuned to yourself, your own body, but more importantly, you're becoming more connected and unified as a whole. Unified as a whole to the collective, but not just to the collective as, you know, within divine counterparts, but to the collective consciousness as far as unity consciousness. This is your spirit team. This is your galactic council, your angelic team. This is source energy itself. And as you come into connection and that consciousness, that unity consciousness with all of those beings, you come into that consciousness, that collective consciousness of every living consciousness on this planet, and then some, and the universe, every living consciousness within the universe. So you are truly leveling up. If you're having, you know, if you have abilities, I mean, everybody has abilities. It's just all about tuning in and tapping in, turning on, as Abraham Hicks likes to say. Everybody has abilities. Everybody could do what I'm doing. But it's all about tuning in. And so if you're tuned in, you're coming to a greater place of attunement. You're leveling up in your gifts. You're opening up in your gifts. So this is all about greater alignment and enlightenment, not just about coming together in your physical reunion. This is all about your expansion as well. And as you expand, your divine counterpart expands, your love expands together, and it brings you closer and closer into that union. So, okay, wow, let's get into it. The first cards that came out, Queen of Cups, Strength, Ten of Wands, clarified by the Five of Wands, the Magician, and the Nine of Wands, which is amazing, amazing energy. Divine Masculines are feeling their feels. They're in their heart space. The transformation that they went through yesterday, this was a shift, a massive shift that they had to clear out, and they might still be in that energy. They might be still feeling some of that residual Nine of Swords energy where they're in some anxiety, they're in some overwhelm, they're in some anguish, and some fear, but they're transforming. And remember, transformation is a process. It's not like it's, the snap of a finger. For some, it could be, but for the majority, it's a process. And so what's happening is they are letting go of all that energy that they were in yesterday. That's a shift that is occurring. And they're stepping into more balance. They're stepping into their heart space. They're overcoming any place where they were feeling fear, where they weren't feeling courageous enough to step forward. Remember, we got the King of Wands yesterday, and they're putting that burden down. And what are they releasing? They're releasing the conflict. They're releasing any manipulative energy with the Magician, where anybody was holding power over them, and they weren't wielding power for themselves. They weren't recognizing their Magician energy. They weren't recognizing their own power. They weren't recognizing that they have all the tools for themselves to manifest a beautiful future. They're letting go of anywhere where they were feeling like they were in a battle and like they couldn't go on. This is perseverance energy. So they're letting go of any energy of toxicity, any energy of conflict, any energy of just anywhere where they were being manipulated or controlled, and where they felt like they didn't have the power for themselves, and now they're taking back their power with the Strength card because they're tapping into their intuition, they're tapping into their emotions and allowing themselves to feel their emotions. And what I'm hearing from Spirit right now is their strength, divine masculine strength, just like the divine masculine strength right now is recognizing that the strength is coming from their emotions, from feeling their emotions. That is amazing energy. So how are they feeling about their divine feminine? It is safe for them to love. They're understanding that it truly is. Remember, we got the Ace of Swords yesterday. They're understanding that it is safe to be vulnerable. It is safe to feel their emotions. It is safe to open up. It is safe to let down their guard, let down anywhere where they were blocking their heart. It is safe to move forward towards this connection and persevere towards this connection. It is safe for them to take the control, take the reins for themselves, because they have that power within them. Anywhere where they felt like they didn't have that power, or that power was suppressed. Remember, divine feminines were feeling that energy as well. Anywhere where they didn't have that energy within themselves, it's like they're taking that sword and they're wielding that sword. They're wielding their truth now. They have that wand to take action. They're feeling grounded with that pentacle. They're feeling more balanced and more stable, and they have that cup of love. They have all the tools they need to take action, to persevere for this connection, to move forward towards this connection, to let go of anything that isn't serving them, let go of that conflict, let go of that pain, and move towards this connection, because they understand that this connection is one of love. And this connection, here we have the Lovers, this connection, you see all the peace lilies around them. They're understanding that this connection brings about peace and stability and love in their life. And that anywhere where they were out of alignment, it was because they were out of alignment with this love. Moving over to the divine feminine energy, we have the Hermit, the Hanged Man, and the Eight of Wands, clarified by Strength, matching their strength with the King of Swords and the High Priestess energy. We got the Hermit yesterday, and it was a message about enlightenment. Divine feminines, you still might be moving through this energy where you're going within and just letting your heart lead you, but that is that energy. You're releasing that toxicity. Again, we have release your ex. How are they feeling about divine masculines? You're releasing the past incarnation of who your divine masculine was. we have please love me as I am from the divine masculines, a message to the divine feminines, and that is what you're doing. You're releasing expectations. You're releasing any incarnation of the past pain between you and your divine counterpart, and also releasing any of that toxic energy where, remember yesterday's reading, you felt trapped, you felt like you needed that truth and that clarity to set you free. Well, that truth and that clarity is coming in the form of communication, and also in the form of taking action for your own life. Standing up for yourself, being in your strength, being in your power, wielding your own truth. Coming from a place of intuition where you know your own truth, you know the truth of this connection, and you are following that from a place of love, that internal compass. You have the Hermit and you have the High Priestess, both energies of wisdom, internal wisdom. You are truly following your intuition, truly following your truth, truly following your intuition here. And so what was once hidden, the High Priestess also being an energy of possibly holding back in secrets, is now being revealed from the divine masculine, because they are stepping into this energy of feeling safe and protected and able to follow their own guidance, follow their own truth, follow their own wisdom to you, divine feminines, now in their power to persevere for this connection, to take action for this connection, and speak their truth and communicate their truth from a vulnerable place. You're feeling that as well. So communication is coming in, and that is part of the enlightenment that is happening here, because you're releasing any of that devil energy. You're releasing that toxicity. Messages between you two before I go to the sacred union energy between you two. Divine masculines are saying, please love me as I am. I'm healing old traumas. They are still releasing. Like I said, it is a process. So just love them as they are. Release who they used to be, because they are going through this transformation. But it is up to you, divine feminines, to forgive that past incarnation of them, just as it's up to you to release a past incarnation of yourself. Be in the present moment. The present moment is where you have your power. You're also saying, you're my safe place, divine masculines. It is safe for you to love each other. You're mirroring each other with these messages. It is truly safe for you to be vulnerable and love each other and express yourselves. Divine feminines need to express themselves. That is part of their divine feminine energy. They cannot be suppressed. They need to express their truth. And divine masculines, they're asking you to hold space for them as they express their truth, because they are holding space for you in this transformation as well. You're holding space for each other, just as you are each other's safe space. So you guys, when this card came out, I just about cried. I did tear up, I'm not gonna lie. What is a union energy between you two? It is love. You have, see, I'm getting emotional. You have the Lovers and you have love. There is nothing but love between you two. And no matter what happens between you two, no matter what happens in the physical 3D world, there is always the undercurrent of love here between you two. You are just working through a massive shift in consciousness, a massive transformation that is bringing you both to your best and highest self. And as you both expand in your soul growth, as you come to your best and highest self, as you release the toxicity, as you understand that it is safe for you to open up and be love and be your best and highest self with each other, what is happening is you're coming back into this union. And it's interesting what they're showing me. You see how the spine kind of splits the two into the two sides, the masculine and feminine energies. There's two hearts there, and then there's the one heart connecting. There's the heart here, and the one connecting. And that is that union energy that I talk about all the time. That is that Trinity energy here. You are coming into sacred union. You are merging the energies of the masculine and the feminine and coming into that one heart. And what's beautiful about this is happening in the physical as you come into physical reunion. It happens energetically first with all this energy that's happening, passing between you two, this transformation that's happening. But as that happens, then you come into the physical reunion, holding each other, embracing each other, loving each other unconditionally, as you always have. As you always have. Oh my gosh, okay. All right, you guys, I'm really glad that I did this reading. This is a post new moon shift. It really, really is a shift between you two. So hang in there. We're going to do a complete sacred union energy update later this week. I'm sending you guys so much love, so much light, and we'll see you soon. Bye.